If you're new to this channel, behind me is my 1993 straight axle GMC Jimmy. Almost exactly a year ago, we took this thing snowwheeling with some of our friends, completely stock, and we got absolutely clowned on. Since then, I've ripped out the IFS, put a Dana 30 straight axle in the front of it, give it a whole lot more ground clearance, and swapped out the 28s for a set of 35-inch tires. But there's a big problem. Even with all that clearance and new size meat, I'm still not feeling super confident. I never did get around to putting some gears inside of that thing and no lockers. So with time and money constraints, I'm about to get super creative and maybe a little bit sketchy. But I am not getting drugged back up that mountain again without a fight. Now, gears, there ain't much I can do about changing that. Lockers, on the other hand, we can do something about that. Now, what I got behind me is an old C-clip Dana 35. That's where the sketchy part comes in. We're gonna bust out the old tried and true free Lincoln locker and get both these rear tires turning, at the risk of possibly blowing another one of these shafts. Now, if you guys have never seen any of my other episodes, then let me explain to you how bad I don't feel about doing this. This rear end was shot when we got it, and we band-aided it just to get our trip through Moab, and it sounds terrible. And really, it's mostly the spider gears anyway, so let's fuse those together and quiet them up and not let them move. And then this thing's getting a new carrier and new gears down the road anyways, so whatever, man. Consider it locked. Now that that rear axle is locked tighter than it ticks behind, there's one more thing that I want to do before I put these back tires back on the ground. And that is putting these wheel spacers on. I haven't been running these wheel spacers because I didn't really feel the need to run them. As well as up front, when it articulates, I was having clearance issues when I was running these. But in the snow, we're not really doing a whole lot of articulating. And my width is lacking. All my buddies are running way bigger setups than I am these days. So I think it's gonna benefit me a little bit if I'm following their ruts. Widen that footprint out a little bit. Let's maybe not be scrubbing so much of the inside of their ruts and try to match theirs. Very subtle. Not a huge change. Now that the rear's done, there is one thing that I'm kind of considering on doing. A while back at a four-wheel drive swap meet, I picked up an Eaton selectable locker for a Dana 30. It was cheap, I couldn't pass it up. It's used, and I can't guarantee that it works, but the price was good, and you can rebuild these things, so I bought it, knowing that I was gonna do a Dana 30 in the Jimmy, and I'd probably want this. Now, believe it or not, I am pondering if I should put this thing with my factory gears in this front axle. And then I would actually have a selectable locker for the front and have my spool in the rear. Kind of risky though, because I do not have any shims or any of the material to be doing this job. To be resetting that backlash and all that stuff, all that important stuff. Wouldn't be that big of a deal to me if I was trailering this there, but I'm not. It's dry. But I'm definitely, it's got my gears turning, no pun intended. Okay, I'm scrapping the front locker idea. I should have looked when I had that rear axle open, but I think this thing has 354 gears in it, if I remember right. And I think that means that this locker won't work. If I'm correct, I think they're typically like a 373 and up gear ratio. I could definitely take my ring gear out and test fit it, but to do that, that would mean me tearing this whole front axle down, no reason, just to put it all back together. That's a whole lot of wasted time and energy for no results, if that's the case. And the plan is to re-gear this very soon. So, as much as it pains me to not have a front locker, I'm gonna move on to all the other stuff and just leave that alone. So, let's jack this bad girl up to our other 2 wheel spacers on the front. Call it good. Okay, Jimmy is back together and we have made it. We're out in the mountains in Washington, back in the snow. We're here with a bunch of our buddies and we're gonna put this thing back to the test. Like I said, it's been almost exactly 1 year since we had it up here in stock form. Now we're about to see if this thing can hang with our friends and do a whole lot better than it did a year ago when we were up here. And hopefully that rear axle holds together. It is crazy gorgeous up here. Super cool, super powdery, easy to get stuck in though. Hey buddy.
Welcome.
You trying to get down to that spot right there?
I get there, I get turned around or somebody get around me.
Looks like he's been back here for a little bit.
I got there. That's where I ended up.
Oh my God. Looks rough down here.
It's just ground clearance.
Turn around up there maybe.
It just won't frickin' crawl. That's a good turnaround up there if we could beat it down. Yeah, I was literally thinking the exact same thing. Like, get him past, beat it down, make a good turnaround.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Oh yeah. I wish we would have been here sooner. Feel bad you were down here all by yourself.
Cody? He's stuck.
Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. Till I feel like I'm in it all. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back. Moving on till I get it all.
Jumping it.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, there it is. Hey!
I gotta make it in this life. Whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night. Oh.
I had a free minute here, and for the first time in 3 days, I kind of broke off and broke my own trail, just seeing how well this thing would actually stay on top of the snow and perform. I was actually pleasantly surprised with how well it seemed to be doing.
I'm trying to find the trail now. Oh, God. I don't know places to go. Kind of water. And I don't know if this one's meant to be like a trail.
she's doing it. Everyone's up there by the lake, I guess.
I love snow wheeling with my friends, and the Jimmy killed it. 3 long days of abuse with no brakes. Drove all the way there and back home with a welded rear differential. It has a long ways to go still, but compared to last year, I'd say we're moving in the right direction. Keep following along to see what we do to this thing next. Thanks for watching, guys.